colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I've died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I've loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty in all she is. I will be brave. I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. I've died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I've loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I've loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 One step closer. One step closer. I've died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I've loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I've loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000 more. 1,000
There's an office and a building and a person and a chair, and you paid for it all, though you may be unaware. You paid for the paper, you paid for the phone, you paid for everything they need to deny you what you're owed. There ain't no you in United Health, there ain't no me in the company, there ain't no us in the private trust. There's hardly humans in humanity. Now the procedure that you're needing ain't the cost-effective route, and only 2% of people end up winning a dispute. So if you get sick, pray to God for help, cause your doctor's gotta pray to United Health. Way back in 77, Mr. Richard T. Burke started buying HMOs, putting federal grants to work, made 50 billion buckaroos. Last year the Warren Buffett of health, the Jeff Bezos of fear. Now CEOs come and go, and one just went. The ingredients you got, bake the cake you get. But if you get sick, cross your fingers for luck, cause old Richard T. Burke ain't giving a fuck. Commoditized health, monopolized fraud. Here's the doctors we own and the research we bought. They own the pharmacies and a lot of the meds. They should start buying graves to sell us when we're all dead. There ain't no you in United Health, there ain't no me in the company, there ain't no us in the private trust. There's hardly humans in humanity. There's hardly humans in humanity.
Jimmy on the beat, wait.
Okay, boomer, whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer, whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer, whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer, whatever you say, boomer. BOOMER, please, your dusty mood don't vibe with me. You are old and so therefore I must say 10 for dinosaur. Hey. Okay, boomer, whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer, whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer, whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Okie dokie, boomer.
Total Total okay,
let's do-
so we crashed on Kick. And then Trailer Park Pundit didn't launch, but we're okay. We're on Beauty and the Boomer. We're up on Rumble. We're up on Rockfin. So we'll have to figure out why the Kick and Trailer Park didn't go.
I think Trailer Park's going. I just checked it.
Okay.
Can we have a sound check here? Can
Check.
I had a accident this week, and I nuked all the sound on the main studio, so I had to run it down to the dungeon where the boys put it on the rack and fixed it real quick. But I had to recalibrate everything. So how's my sound and how's Shanda's sound versus
Let us
each
know
other?
how our sound is.
Yeah, is it right, guys? I don't want to be too loud. I want Shanda to be the loud one here. So
Let me chew on my hot chocolate for a minute.
yeah, well, you had a mouthful of popcorn, and of course, Mastermind Hour and Popeye, they would notice that. Anyway, come Shwari, Kate, great opener. Thank you, Kate. Thank you so much, Kate.
I love
Always
the
a pleasure.
skating.
Yeah.
I used to watch skating constantly in the 80s and 90s. Like, that was the winter thing you did, right? Now,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
don't catch it very often anymore.
No, and
Wilder Sports isn't a thing anymore, I guess.
God, that little gal did such a great job, too. She was awesome. That was from 2023 in some competition. She just killed it.
I love
Popeye is in the house. Jody Havel. Yes, Jody. Good to see you, Jody. Jax Page. I'm at a soccer game. No, that's a baseball. Away from home, so I will have to catch up. My husband, Craig. Hi, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Is watching. Much love and respect, Chanda Oz. Have a great show. Thank you so much. We are going to have a great show because we're going to be off for a week next week just to recover and try and get through some stuff that we got going on, but we'll come back on the 28th, and hopefully we'll have some good stuff. Kind of juxtaposed between Christmas and New Year's. So this officially, this is going to be our Christmas show tonight, guys, and I hope it works.
It is? Okay. That's news to me.
Yeah. So Natalie Williams, great to see you, Natalie, and let me see, Deborah Grossbach, great to see you. I got the sound on that thing. We've got, let me see, who else do I got in here? We got Mastermind Hour, of course. And we've got Popeye. There's Popeye. What's going on, Popeye?
It's like Popeye's cooking.
Popeye's cooking. And Anthony. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you, Anthony. Don't spit your chocolate out there, Chanda. Okay. We got Chris Alger.
Chris.
Hi, Chris. What's going on? Good to see you. Hope I didn't butcher your name too bad. I'll learn how to say it someday. Let me see. Who else do I? Steve G is in the house. What's going on, Steve? Peace, man. Peace. The Empyrean. What's up, the Empyrean? Good to see you. And Schlatsky's in the house. Sean, the Accord Lord of Y267X Miller. Good to see you. Let me see. Who else do I got in here? Are you ready to call out the Rumble? Cold Fusion Gaming. Who is that guy? And Steve Wolfbrandt. Steve Wolfbrandt, you don't have a wrench. Why didn't you have a wrench?
I threw him one.
Okay.
I threw him one. You got a wrench now. But Steve, you've been around forever. How did you sneak by us without a wrench?
Yeah, Steve, what's going on, man? Sneaky,
That makes
sneaky.
me wonder. Yeah, we've got, let's see who we've got hanging out on the Rumble. We got Law66 and Kate is hanging out over there. Kate, thank you so much for hitting my PayPal this week. I did see it. I just have been really sick and dealing with radiation all week, so sorry I didn't message you back. Lady Alex, good to see you.
Hey,
And
Lady Alex.
there's a lot more hanging out over there. They're just not talking. Hey, Rockfin. What's up, Rockfin? Let's see who's hanging out on the Rockfin tonight. We've got Wayne Lopez with some advice about RSO for me. Yes, I know RSO is great. Great stuff. And Copeland Morris. Hi, Copeland.
Copeland.
Jim's hanging out over there. Kate's there, too. Kate, you're everywhere. And did I get everybody? I think I got everybody chatting over on the Rockfin this morning.
Yeah, Riley Martin came into the YouTube, and Lady Alex is there too. Hi, Lady Alex. What's going on? Heads up, guys. I know Chanda said it on her show last week. We're going to try and migrate over to Rumble, not because we necessarily want to, but YouTube is just rolling us over and doing it again every week. So we just
every week. Hey, Oz,
week.
I got a special shout out to Anna Maris. Anna Maris sent me the most amazing glitter bomb box this week. She does that, and I always know I got to open them in the middle of the kitchen so I can sweep up all the glitter. But just wonderful surprises, little bells for my Christmas tree and my little horn here, my little antlers, and a beautiful blanket. So thank you so much for thinking of me, Anna. And you guys are so amazing, and I love you guys so much. And thank you for thinking of us.
Thanks for supporting Sister Chanda, guys. That means a hell of a lot to me too, especially. So
hey, I'm almost done, Oz. I've got one more radiation on Monday, and then I do chemo Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I am done till we regroup and evaluate. So I've made it through the first round of everything.
But so far it's looking good, they say, right?
Yeah, when I saw the radiation doctor, she said that she can see that the tumors are shrinking. So that means radiation's doing what it was supposed to do. So I'll talk to my chemo doctor on Monday, and we'll go from there. I'll have more information about what the future looks like,
Well, that's good. I'm glad that's working out. And it has been a holy shit, what a year. Yeah, fair use, everybody. And hopefully next year will be a little bit easier on everybody in the world.
Yes. This year kicked our asses.
It's terrible. This show is satire for all the, people who are watching sometimes. And unless we really, really mean it. And we really, really do mean it quite a bit. And I'm just going to throw the bias of coffee up. You guys have been so supportive, but I like the little snowman in the background, so I had to put that up there. Oh, he's
cute. Hey, I got myself some Joey's coffee. It's a Christmas tradition in the house now. Thank you so much. I love the Joey's coffee.
Oh, she enjoys making that for you. That's just the least she can do. And let me see. What do we got here? I've got a weird line on the side of something here, but let's kick this over. And
don't try snorting it.
No, I'm not going to. Who is this guy? Who's this guy?
Okay, so this is the United Healthcare suspect, right? He's the suspect that they picked up at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania, of all places. Altoona. What a name. Anyways, there's just so much sketchy shit that is this doesn't make sense to me, and I know it doesn't to you guys either, right? Who does this? Who kills somebody in broad daylight and then goes and hangs out at a McDonald's with the weapon? Like, week later, doesn't trash any. It just does. None of this makes sense to me. But when you go and you study this kid, I think this kid had a plan. He's very smart. He's an Ivy League educated kid. He comes from a very rich family from Maryland. And if you look at what the books he's been reading, I think that he was planning on prosecution, meaning that he's got some explosive shit that he's going to make them, disclose during the trial. So we shall see where this goes because it's so crazy. But the internet has been off the hook. The McDonald's employee that snitched on him, well, they're not happy. Working class is not happy with this class trader, and they let McDonald's know that McDonald's has a 1-star rating at this point. And then somebody at Burger King tweeted out, "We don't snitch." So there you are. And then it says, what does this say? "I sure hope no one can see me eating my burger in the conspicuous public location, then finds the manifesto in the gun I'm carrying." Does that make sense to you, Oz, that this guy would have a manifesto on him and the gun still? It just doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't make sense to me at all. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to do two things at once here. You've got this coming in here. What is this? This is
okay. This is when they picked him up, and this was when they transported him. They're trying to extradite him, but he's fighting extradition.
Oh, he is. Okay. Well, play it. Let's play it and see what we got here.
But the crazy thing about this is this guy is so ballsy and blazant to kill somebody in broad daylight in the middle of New York City, but then he supposedly pisses his pants once the cops pick him up. What? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
No,
That guy didn't run away from that crime scene. He walked, if it was him. Okay, so that's when they first got him. The second one here, he's trying to talk to the people outside, and the cops won't let him. Free Luigi.
Dog.
Oh my God! That is completely out of touch and an insult to the intelligence of the American people and lived experience.
They do not want him talking to us. He's got a pretty funny attorney. His attorney's kind of like I don't know. I wouldn't say he's an ambulance chaser, but he's a take no bullshit type of guy. So we'll see how this plays out. The whole thing is questionable to me. None of it makes sense.
Huh. Well, I'm still saying I don't think this is the guy that pulled the trigger. And
The first thing I thought was, oh, this is an Oswald.
yeah, I'm still this stuff is so sketchy to me. What is this Nick telling us what he thinks?
Yeah,
about
this is what Nick has to say about it.
Okay, let's see.
Hi, Spot.
The story of Luigi Maggioni being arrested after the assassination of that leech Brian Thompson does not pass the smell test. You mean to tell me they found this guy 5 days later in a random McDonald's wearing the same clothes he performed the assassination in? Not only did he apparently have the same clothes on, he also had his murder weapon on him. Bro, you are supposed to toss the murder weapon, not keep it on you. Just in case there was any plausible deniability, this guy allegedly kept his manifesto on him, which is a prosecutor's wet dream, which laid out his entire motives. And apparently Luigi was caught because someone in McDonald's recognized him and called the cops. The person who snitched on Luigi Maggioni is the biggest class traitor in modern history. And apparently the most wanted man in America decided to chill at a McDonald's, not get to go, but stay there and wait until the police showed up. If I was pulled off a high-profile assassination and became the most wanted man in America, I'm staying in a safe house for at least a month, let alone going out to eat at a McDonald's in the same outfit they committed the murder in. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, in the same outfit.
Luigi Maggioni was either set up,
That's why I say
or he's the dumbest
smells.
motherfucker of all time. While I don't necessarily know the motive for the ruling class doing this, there's nothing wrong at looking at a fraudulent story they are pushing and simply telling them that you don't believe them.
Yeah. I don't believe him.
Game. Luigi wins.
So the crazy thing is like he had a YouTube channel, and like 20 minutes before he got picked up at that McDonald's, a countdown started over there, and it said something about, if you see this, I'm already in custody. So he knew. It's like he planned to go to that McDonald's and get picked up. I think there's something so much bigger to this story, and we're gonna just have to wait till the extradition gets through, and we start getting into pretrial hearings and stuff like that. I think this is going to captivate the country, so they better air it live. I mean, if we can see Amber Heard and Johnny Depp fighting it out, we should be able to see this guy's trial, right?
Yeah. What's with the Luigi?
That's everybody's save free Luigi. Free Luigi. Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah, that's right. So,
I guess.
Made the connection there. I saw him refaced on Luigi this week, so I'm sorry.
Mario.
You've got Caitlin Johnstone here, and we are skipping. By the way, are you guys seeing our stream? Okay, because we are intermittent again tonight, and I don't know what the hell it is. Yeah.
We're good on Rockfin.
Yeah, it's catching up. I don't know what the hell's going on. One more thing to deal with, of course.
We're okay over on Petey and the Boomer on YouTube, so they look fine, other than the holes from my curtain. I guess I should have closed my curtain better. Let's see. Caitlin Johnstone says the man was arrested in Altoona, Pennsylvania on weapons charges and had a gun similar to the one used. Well, the police have already said that they've matched the bullet casings to the gun. So Caitlin says, okay, off to McDonald's. Let me see. Got my fake ID, my murder weapon, my manifesto saying I unalived a CEO because I'm mad at the healthcare industry. Oops, almost forgot my silencer. Okay, now I'm ready for McNuggets. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the mentality of this, right?
Yeah, that is the mentality. It's, like I said, this whole thing stinks. It stinks, it stinks, it stinks. So I don't know.
And the one that you're sitting in front of, that says Elon, a folk hero insurance company, like any company, have duties to their shareholders to maximize profits, no matter how ruthless or how is that? Yeah, it says ruthless. The radical left is exposing otherwise needing to grow the hell up. Elon never tweeted that out, from what I understand.
Oh, okay. Well, there's
a lot of tweets that go out that are attributed to Elon that are not Elon.
Everything's hanky. What's this guy? Case Study QB. What's going on here?
Play it. It has to do with healthcare.
Okay.
Part of what happens when you end up only debating, when the debate becomes about are you for single payer or against single payer, is you don't have other debates. A debate like, should we lower the Medicare eligibility age to 60? How about that?
Or I was going to say, to your point about people liking Medicare so much, I think that the plan offered in 2020 that was both the best plan but also the most politically palatable plan, that most people liked it, was, remember Pete Buttigieg proposed Medicare for all who want it?
Yes.
And so basically it would allow anyone, if you really want Medicare and you want to be covered by Medicare, you can choose that. And if you really don't want that, you really want your private health insurance plan, you can choose that. And the idea would be that Medicare would be so popular that more and more people would buy in, and we would eventually transition to a system where Medicare covers everyone.
There's a lot of, yes, that was a sort of a form of a public option. But like, you lower the Medicare, like, you know, the public option was killed from Obamacare, and it was killed by a bunch of senators. They all hid behind Joe Lieberman. It was killed by a bunch of people. But one thing that Joe Lieberman personally killed was the Medicare buy-in for people. And that was just a policy to help. Like, if you were between the ages of 60 and 65, that is where your health, you're not yet in Medicare, but you still are in the age where you're starting to have more and more health problems. It's extremely expensive group to insure. If you get laid off when you're 58, it's incredibly expensive. Like, there's a huge bunch of problems that happen there. And Joe Lieberman personally killed a Medicare buy-in. But like, if we could get the Medicare age down to 60, it costs about $25 billion a year, a tiny, tiny fraction of the budget. And that alone would bring healthcare costs down for fucking everybody, just by dint of getting this pool of expensive people to insure off. But like, these are the kinds of things I think we should be talking about, like simple fixes that get us on the road to Medicare for all. Because like Ro Khanna said, like, you're not surprised by the reaction. There's an incredible amount of anger and antipathy towards health insurance companies. We should target it. We should direct it towards a political aim that could actually help people as soon as possible.
Well, guess what? If there were Democratic majorities in Congress and a Democratic president, we'd get a public option. We didn't last time around, even though Joe Biden proposed it, because we had Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin. If we had won the Senate this time around and won the House and won the presidency, then we'd be talking
These
about a
guys are
public
out of their
option for a
fucking
second.
mind.
But and these should be part of the like when we talk about like what are Democrats for? We spent a long, what is our big agenda for the future? Like these kinds of big.
It's not Medicare, you
changes have to be
dumbasses.
Oh my
God, these
are
guys.
is that Pod Save America? Is that
I
who
don't
those
know what
two
it
guys
is.
are?
I don't know. I definitely don't watch them.
They're full of shit, man. Jesus
They don't
Christ.
even know what the fuck they're talking about. Can I say something that's probably going to piss people off? Medicare for all. Medicare sucks, guys. I know that we are so desperate that we'll fucking take crumbs, and that includes Medicare. But you know what, Oz? My mom was on Medicare. She was in the donut hole where millions and millions of Americans sit. So we're begging for them to give us the worst, shittiest fucking coverage. If we're going to go there, let's do VA type of coverage. The VA, they get really good fucking health care, not fucking Medicare for all.
We're not against. But
I'm not against Medicare for all, but we're asking for crumbs.
We like I said, I think I said this last week. Somebody took us out of context on one of our shows way back when. What we need is a universal, fully funded health care system. And that would take care of all the issues that Medicare has. Because you wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah. I mean, it would be done.
My mom couldn't get testing. Like, she needed mammograms and chest x-rays, and she refused to do them because she would have to pay so much out of fucking pocket. And she was paying out of pocket for all of her
that's why
meds.
they want you to buy that Part D, and that adds up over time.
Yep.
And so
she had Part D, and it didn't even help that much because you have to reach your minimum or your deductible, right?
Yeah,
so
it's ridiculous
just like,
amount.
Fuck that. Everybody thinks that Medicare for all is going to save us, but for most working Americans, it's only going to help you a little bit.
I'll take it right now. We're skipping again. God dang, that just burns me out. Okay, let's see. What is this?
So Ashley Banfield was interviewing. She had a guy out on the street in front of the prison where they're holding Luigi. And she was literally communicating with the prisoners inside the jail in real time while she was live. Check this out.
Free Luigi?
Just from a few hours ago, and here they are, 10 o'clock as promised. They said earlier today, tell Ashley Banfield that Luigi is watching at 10 o'clock.
Kind of quiet.
I mean, obviously, that's just a hard roast at this point because they're not near Luigi in any way.
Can I just ask the guys if they can hear me right now to answer yes or no very loud? Does Luigi have television in his single cell?
No.
Unreal. They said no, right? Obviously, we have a little bit of a delay, but they're getting.
I think this guy's getting.
They're getting the questions,
protected in prison.
and they're giving us the answers. So Luigi does not have. Wow, this is quite something. This is the strangest interview I've ever conducted.
Me too, Ashley. According to the Department of Corrections, he's got his own solitary cell. It's not solitary confinement, but he's by himself. It's not dorm style. I'm not sure exactly what those guys got going on in terms of a living situation. It sounds like they're all clustered together. Isn't it interesting to see what the accommodations that they have? They got their own light switches. They're obviously watching TV.
They're all doing
past
it.
any sort of 10 o'clock curfew, Yep, they're doing this for you. They're watching
Alex.
News Nation at this very moment.
So there you go. He's got a lot of support in prison.
Well, that's good. And are they making? Are they being funny with this up here, or what's going on?
The
with
patron
this?
saint of healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah. You haven't seen this all over the internet all week?
No, I've been kind of indisposed with things, so.
Yeah, I hear you. Me too.
I'm trying to keep up on stuff. So yeah, I know what I have seen are that some of the rich people are pissed off that the useless eaters are revering this guy as
Oh, we're gonna get there. I brought a couple of clips, but yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene's freaking the fuck out because this might lead us to giving people health care.
Oh God. So
she would. She totally would.
It's the class war thing. So
this is class war. We've been telling people this is a class war for fucking years. I mean, if you can't see it. So here is Elizabeth Warren, and she is siding with the everyday American, saying, well, you know why this is happening. I mean, if you even say you understand why this is happening, they'll try to cancel you, right? So here she is talking to Joyanne Reed. We got this from Case Study QB.
say it over and over. Violence is never the answer. This guy gets a trial who's allegedly killed the CEO of United Health. But you can only push people so far. And then they start to take matters into their own hands.
Yeah.
We need regulation, in part, to rein those guys in.
The backlash growing against Democrat Senator Elizabeth Warren trying to excuse away and justify the cold-blooded murder of the CEO of United Healthcare, excusing away how he was shot in the back, saying you can only push people so far. This wasn't the first time Elizabeth Warren said this. The senator also told the Huffington Post the day he was assassinated that his murder was, quote, a warning to insurance companies. Joining us now, Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, great to have you on. You know, what do you make of this? Yes, you can talk about health insurance companies raising people's premiums, but not how they're talking about it.
This absolutely makes my blood boil, Liz, and I'm sure that's true of anyone sane and sober who advocates a civil society. These are, including Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders has had the same sentiment. 2 U.S. senators that we're talking about, they've been in office for decades, and they think that shooting a father of 2 boys, a husband in the back like a coward on the street,
I'll get
like
fired up, buddy.
6-person Luigi Mangione did last week, they're saying that, what, Brian Thompson, the CEO, had it coming somehow? Both should resign from the Senate for this rhetoric. They are begging copycat killers to come along and start taking out other CEOs or anybody in a position of power whom they disagree with or whose industry they disagree with. Every Democrat on Capitol Hill should be asked if they support or condemn this ridiculous, reckless rhetoric. The same kind of rhetoric, Liz, by the way, that Democrats used that nearly got Donald Trump killed twice, including once on national television.
Oh, my gosh.
What do you think of that? So Elizabeth Warren, they're coming for her. The Republicans want her and Bernie to resign. How dare you support class warfare? And but then on the other breath, Elizabeth Warren says stupid shit like this.
Say goodbye to your smile and say hello to polio. You know, I would laugh if it weren't so scary.
Say hello
Donald
to polio.
Trump just picked RFK Jr. to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. This is a man who wants to stop kids from getting their polio and measles shots.
That's
He's
not
actually
true.
welcoming a return to polio, a disease we nearly eradicated. But it doesn't stop there. RFK Jr. also doesn't believe fluoride should be in your water. And that's
It shouldn't be.
teeth from rotting.
What?
You can't make this stuff up.
You can't
make this stuff up.
She just lied over and over again. Fluoride in the water, that's a byproduct, an industrial byproduct, and it hardens the pineal gland in your head.
Rat killer. Yeah, it's rat killer, basically.
Oh, my God. Whatever. She needs to just
Pocahontas.
go away. God, she's she's ridiculous. You brought more on Luigi.
Well, okay, so we've seen we've seen people all week giving this guy an alibi, saying that he was with them and they're photoshopping and AIing him into all kinds of pictures. Like he logged in, he's been with Tier all day. So I don't think Luigi could handle a day at the sweat lodge. Dude never left the ceremony and didn't stop praying from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on December 4th. A whole brother. So basically, yeah, everybody's putting alibis out there for him. He didn't do it.
Yeah.
What is this?
What?
Oh, my chat just crashed and said I don't have enough memory. That makes no sense.
We're getting punked tonight.
We are getting totally punked.
Yeah, we're getting punked.
That was weird.
Quotes Luigi likes, unless someone likes like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not Dr. Seuss the Lorax. I love the Lorax. I do too. And you brought Rick Moranis here and Tom Hanks. So
the prosecutor looking for 12 New Yorkers who don't hate insurance CEOs. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah,
and just like that, Luigi became more famous than Mario. Because, Mario was always the famous brother out of the two.
Yeah, I know. We were always partial to that. Did you get your chat back by any chance?
I'm trying right now.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
weird. It just crashed and said I didn't have enough memory. But you know damn well I have enough memory on this computer, so I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Did you bring a Katie Johnstone?
No. I got this from Amber. So this is over. So we're switching it up. Let's talk drones. I know some of you are out there. Have you guys been seeing the drones out there? Are they flying over you guys? I'm scared to actually go look at night. I don't want to go look and see that there's a bunch of unidentified flying objects over my fucking house, right?
Wave them down and send them to my house, man.
Why hasn't somebody shot down one of these things yet? We're fucking Americans. Everybody's got guns. My question is why haven't somebody shot down one of these things, torn it apart, and tried to figure out what the hell, who the fuck?
Well,
anyways, so this is over.
Size of a car, right?
Yeah, yeah. Some of them. Yeah. But this is over Eugene, Oregon, 2 days ago. So it's not just New Jersey, and it's all over the world too. It's not just the United States, because they're trying to blame this shit on Iran. But yeah, listen to this back and forth with the tower from this pilot.
Yeah, go to Oregon State. Don't bother Eugene. So
yeah, exactly.
Is there any military activity straight ahead of us?
No, we're not seeing anything. I had another one report at like 30,000 feet in the Eugene area. We're not sure what it is.
Yeah, there's lots moving out there.
1596, yeah, they're looking into it.
We're seeing 3 or 4 targets. They're all altitudes, up and down. It's pretty crazy. There was some at 30 probably. But, they're shooting way up. We'd say maybe up to the 50s, it looks like. Is there traffic actually out about our 2 to 3 o'clock, about, 20, 30 miles?
No, is that the 4 different lights going up and down? I'm getting a few reports, but you're seeing it right in front of you now too as well?
It's 2 to 3 o'clock off, that 2 to 3 o'clock from our position. Looks about 20 miles going in circles.
Medevac 1 Lima Foxtrot, yeah, we're not seeing anything, getting lots of different reports out there, some at 30, some all the way up to 50,000, about 3 or 4 different lights. Does it look like they're around your altitude now?
No, there's one way up high and one about my altitude, moving in like a circle, like a corkscrew pattern. All right, I'm visually have eyes on what looks like an aircraft strobe that's at my 2 o'clock and 22 miles at my altitude. I'm actually showing him on TCAS. Do you see that one?
Medevac 1 Lima Foxtrot, I do not.
He looks like he's moving towards, it looks like it's moving towards the north. Like I said, 22 and a half miles off my right wing. Just had another one show up about my 1 o'clock, about 1,000 feet high, zipping towards us and then back out towards the ocean. It's red in color, moving at extreme speeds. I don't even know how to describe.
That's what makes me think they're not drones, is the speed they're moving at.
Roger. You are cleared to maneuver as necessary, left and right, to avoid the UFO out there.
It's weird. It's a red circular shape, and it keeps zipping out towards the ocean and then coming back in about, 20 miles or closer to us, and then zips back out of the ocean and we can't see it.
So, is this Project Bluebeam? We've talked about this for a long time, that our government and DARPA would stage a invasion to scare us all, right? And we know that they want to fund Space Force. So freaking a bunch of us Americans out will help them get, more money out of Congress, I think. But they're all over the world. It's not just here in the United States, and they move too fast. I think they move way too fast to be a drone. From all the video I've seen, we don't have drone technology that can move that fast.
Yeah, they'd be losing their shit, Chanda. If they can't identify an object in the air, it's the first knee-jerk by the government to get some F-16s or whatever the hell missiles they've got now, and to identify it. How do we know that they're not armed? This is ridiculous. They should step up, corner one or corral one. I'm not saying shoot it down, but just if they can even catch it, right?
Yeah, where's our freaking military? Where's NORAD?
What the hell? What the hell's going on? This is an invasion. Where's our Iron Dome? Oh, I'm sorry. It's in Israel.
Yeah, exactly. Where's our Iron Dome? Snorky says, no, the D-23 drone could outrun the SR-71. Okay, Snark, I believe you. Thanks for the donation.
Snorky, yeah, that's our resident
I don't know what to
scientist.
think of all of this. I've seen one of these during the daylight. It was right at dusk years ago, sitting up above the tree line a couple of blocks from my house. And I wasn't the only one who saw it, because everybody was jamming on their brakes and rubbernecking like, what the fuck is that thing? And it looked about the size of a Volkswagen or something. but I couldn't see how it was propelled. I couldn't see where the lift was coming from it. I am
still saying that this is what happens when we're getting ready to blow up the world. That they come down and they want to see what's going on and see how bad we're screwing ourselves. So I don't know. You brought the is this
okay? So this was Fox News. This is from The Hill from 2 days ago. So New Jersey's elected officials, they want answers, right? So here you go. Fox has got some answers for us.
Fox.
In focus now, Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew of New Jersey, member of the House Judiciary Committee on the Hill right now. How do you address this at this point?
Well, here's the real deal, Harris. You know, I'm also on the Transportation Committee, on the Aviation Subcommittee, and I've gotten to know people. And from very high sources, very qualified sources, very responsible sources, I'm going to tell you the real deal. Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off. I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America. They've launched.
They got a mothership that's hanging out over on the East Coast.
These are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now,
yes,
we know
you do.
There's a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us know. It could have been some really glorified hobbyist or hobbyist.
This guy, he's on something.
They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody, an adversarial country, doing this. Know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward.
Iran. He sounds like Lindsey Graham's little brother there.
Whether it was some crazy hobbyist that we can't imagine, or whether it is Iran.
Oh my God! How many times is he going to say Iran?
Getting the full deal, and the military is on alert with this.
Look, you've given
Are
us
they
some
really
pretty
though? Are they really?
Information just here, and I want to make sure that
you can kill it whenever. I know it's kind of a long clip.
Iran has the capability to
you got the gist of it. He's saying it's Iran.
Bullshit. Go piss off. Jesus God.
Oh,
they think we're stupid. We're not.
They do think we're fucking stupid.
Jesus Christ.
Most of us are just so busy trying to fucking survive that we don't have time to look up or care about these things that are obviously, if they wanted to harm us, they've had plenty of fucking time to do it, right? We hear they're hanging out over military bases, things like that. So I don't know what they're here for. Snarky says, also, when the administration has something to hide, UFOs and drones will come out of the woodwork.
Yes,
for the vision.
I agree 1,000%. They're trying to distract us once again. Fear, fear, fear. The little green man's going to come and castrate you.
Mm-hmm.
Or
exactly.
Whatever. Take your women. Jesus Christ. What's this? More giant drones?
Hey, Nat.
Did I put
Nat says oligarchs are going full R. Yeah, they are going full R, Nat. Thank you, Nat. This is California. Because, they're trying to make us believe that it's just here or on the East Coast.
Where they're going to go, but before they come down, they turn the lights off. So we're going to go in the morning, maybe, sometime during the day. There's so many. It's like 10. And they're all over the city. And
you cannot tell me. I'm not buying it.
They can go all the way.
This is bullshit.
I went a little bit ago, all the way up here, so they can get high. These are not just like cheapy drones. These are real expensive, high-flying drones.
And your tax dollars paid for them. This is DARPA.
Come on. We all know it's fucking DARPA. Yeah,
this
exactly.
is DARPA. They need to distract you while they let their handlers destroy all these other countries. So piss off. This is bullshit. Whatever.
I've seen some of them that don't look like drones, though. Like, they move different than a drone.
Well,
so,
yeah, they
knows?
do that. Yeah, honestly, this is. God.
Well, remember the weather balloons? This kind of reminds me of the weather balloons last year, where they fucking
shit.
Our military just didn't seem to give two shits. Like, we're supposed to freak out if there's anything over our airspace, but yet, don't worry about this. This ain't no big deal.
Distract.
It's a total distraction.
You brought the 13th apostle here. What the hell? What's going on?
I did. Let's hear from Russell Brand. He's got something to tell you.
Однако, так и не
before then. It's nice here, isn't it?
Oh, he got to hang out at Mar-a-Lago this weekend with Mel Gibson and Tucker Carlson.
Oh, right on.
Like there he is with Mel.
Right
I
on.
was a vegan living a simple life in Grays, Essex. Now I'm eating steak at Mar-a-Lago.
Check the buffet.
When we awaken
Now
to
he's
the
eating
continuum
steak
of
at Mar-a-Lago.
Xmas,
My how things
interconnectivity and
change.
flow that he grants us, then we are powerful.
Look at Tucker.
And real change becomes a possibility.
I gotta tell you, I have a love for Mel Gibson.
Follow that. Oh my God. Would you like a vegan? Yeah.
What would that be?
Come here, you soppy sausage. Stick to delivering the presents and choosing who's naughty and nice.
Mel, you hit me one time when I heard you.
Finish that sentence.
So, he moved on from he's truly independent, right? Like everybody wants to act like he's independent media. How does independent media go from the space that he was supposedly in to having steak at Mar-a-Lago this week with Mel Gibson?
Yeah, really. Think about the cows, man. And I don't know why we even bring these. What are these, the morning hags?
Because they had Bill Clinton on. This is a treat. This is a Christmas treat, I got to tell you.
Okay, all right.
Mr. President, Donald Trump will be returning to the White House, unburdened by the pressure of re-election.
Unburdened.
With sweeping immunity.
Wonder where she got that from.
Granted to him, I believe, by the Supreme Court. And an alleged enemies list we're hearing. Do you think it would be wise of President Biden to preemptively pardon any potential targets? What about your wife, Hillary Clinton? She apparently is on Kash Patel's list. What? Yeah.
Well, they got a problem with her because first, she didn't do anything wrong.
Of course.
Oh,
second, she
didn't do
followed
anything
the
wrong.
rules exactly as they were written.
She followed the rules.
Third, Trump's State Department found. Remember how the emails was such a big issue in 2016? Trump's State Department found that Hillary sent and received exactly 0 classified.
Bullshit! You just.
It was a whole. It was a.
Look, Bill does. Bill lies best.
So
God, he lies.
I guess if Kash Patel is determined to make one up, he could do it. But
whatever.
If President Biden wanted to talk to me about that, I would talk to him about it. But I don't think I should be giving public advice on the pardon power. I think it's
you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
No, we'll do it behind closed doors.
It's a very personal thing, but it is. I hope he won't do that.
Yeah.
I hope he does.
Most of us get out of this world ahead of where we'd get if all we got was simple justice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
look at the bobbleheads.
It's normally a
bobbleheads.
But if you punish them, that sort of implies that they did something wrong. They didn't. Why have
Jesus Christ.
That was gross. That's why we call it the poo, because it is full of shit.
It's unbelievable. And you know what? This pardon thing, I'm still pissed. Nobody's above the law. It just, to me, he had to do it because he knows he's crooked as the day is long. And he had to pardon Hunter so there was no inquiry into his dirty dealings. The guy is a crook. Clinton's a crook.
10% to the big guy, remember?
Yeah, I mean, what the hell? And you guys, you can't buy it. Politicians, they should put that under liar and Merriam-Webster's and show you it's a politician.
Politicians are the liars.
That's what politicians are. I isolated the stream that's screwing up. It's Restream again. So there's something wrong with Restream.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
The caster is flawless. So, and I'm glad I put us all over on caster. I did make a change here. Let me see. What do we got? Oh, you brought a little little thing here. What's this? Leftists?
I don't know. Where are you at? Let me find you. Leftists, the whole world must learn of our peaceful ways by force. Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Peaceful ways by force.
What's this? Did I bring this or did you bring this or do you know?
I brought this, and this comes from our friend over Workweek Normies, Charlie. Thank you so much for tagging me in
Charlie.
this. This is kind of sad.
Okay.
This is kind of sad.
Let's check it out. It's not bloody, is it?
There might be a little bit of blood. I mean, it is war.
Oh, God, I don't know.
No, I watched it. There's no death.
We can play this on YouTube, right?
Yeah, we can play this.
Okay.
The people need to see it. Well, everybody's freaking out over one CEO. Frickin' hundreds of thousands of Palestinians have been frickin' brutally murdered right before our eyes, and nobody's allowed to share it on YouTube? Fuck off. That's all I have to say about it.
Oh, I know. It's horrendous. It's horrendous. These are all from Gaza.
Yeah, not one from Israel. Great point.
An escalating war as the casualties of a relentless bombing campaign keep pouring in. It all makes for a surreal split screen. Doctors on both sides, lives in their hands, but the future not.
Yeah. How do you call something a war when you don't have one injury on the other side?
You can't. There's not a standing army. They are not fine. And this human shield bullshit stopped the minute they started carpet bombing cities. Bullshit.
And refugee camps. We're still seeing that shit. This week alone, we saw it. This week, they sent, they're still hitting refugee camps. They're starving to death. They're lying to us about the frickin' numbers. This idiot.
This
gets
guy.
called out at the
This guy's got a special place in hell coming, and I know he's paid to lie, but he's sickening. He's sickening. He's sickening.
Well, look at the hypocrisy that he's about to pull
The
off.
president said yesterday that the Assad regime, or Assad himself,
They're gonna laugh at
be
him.
held accountable.
They
Will
did.
you support his application to stand in front of the ICC as a war criminal who committed crimes against humanity?
So we support the work of the ICC. I know that obviously we have disagreed with their hold on. I'm gonna let me address it.
We support the work of the ICC
we do
until they do something about
so
it.
we have had a long. Let me just answer the question. You know what, Matt? Let me answer the question because I was addressing that before you interrupted me. We obviously have had a jurisdictional dispute with them as it relates to cases against Israel. That is a long-standing jurisdictional dispute. But that said, we have also made clear that we support broadly their work, and we have supported their work in other cases, despite our jurisdictional dispute when it comes to Israel.
I think his nose is growing right before our eyes.
That guy's
that was disgusting.
This guy's on a long list of human stains against humanity, and the entire Biden administration and the Biden Congress are the worst in history, as far as I'm concerned. In history, even worse than W. And you know why? Yep. I'm doing the numbers here, and W killed millions of people. Well, I just heard that over 1 million Ukrainians have been slaughtered.
Yeah, I believe that. I absolutely believe that. So add the Ukrainians with the Palestinians, and what do you got? 2 million, almost close to 2 million.
But this guy's got us teetering. I think it's really, and I'm open to debate this, but Bush and Cheney, horrible. But Biden and Harris, this administration, and this shitty Congress with the likes of Lindsey Graham, that piece of crap, they are on track to outdo Bush. And that's hard. That's hard to even think about. Yep. But Miller, he's a human stain. And I've been watching Blinken all week, and they're sending more and more millions more to Ukraine. And that guy's got a special place in hell. He's going to be hell's pinata, Anthony Blinken. That's who that fucker's going to be. And here's you brought Richie here, right?
Richie, well, Richie is Syrian, so let's hear what Richie has to say about what's going on in Syria.
He's got to be dying inside.
My name is Richard Medhurst. I'm a British journalist. I was born and baptized in Syria. So let me give you my perspective on what's happening in Syria, both as a Christian and a journalist who cares deeply about the future of the country. For the last days, the media have been showing images of people celebrating and jubilating and saying the country is finally free and everything is fine and dandy. But this couldn't be further from the truth. The media have been lying about Syria for 13 years, and many Syrians will come to find that they have been duped. This was not a revolution, but a regime change operation. Syria was the last anti-Zionist Arab state in the region. It was the last one that supported the Palestinian cause. And they've been trying to destroy it for decades. In 2011, dozens of foreign countries and groups conspired to overthrow the government. Turkey, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the UK, France, Germany, the US, the EU. Many jihadists came in from Chechnya, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan. You've got fighters now in from Ukraine, Turkey, Libya, Uyghurs from China. Many of them are not Syrian. The CIA spent over $1 billion trying to overthrow the president. So that's their most expensive operation in history, right? They brought all those weapons in from Libya after they did another regime change operation there. This was the largest propaganda campaign in modern history. MI6 were funding the white helmets and other cutouts. They lied about chemical weapons, just like they lied about them in Iraq to justify bombing and sanctioning Syria and crippling its economy. Syria is not only occupied by Israel, but by 2 NATO armies, by Turkey, by the United States. And all these rebels got their training and their gear from those actors. You've got a photo of Jolani, who's just casually standing there, watching Damascus as it's being bombed by Israel, doing nothing. And what is he wearing? He's wearing a T-shirt, a shirt from Emerson Gear. So that's either Israel or Turkey that gave it to him. And Turkey was giving these terrorists safe haven in Idlib for years. Syria cannot be removed from the geopolitical context of the Levant. You can't talk about Syria like it's some remote island where things happen in a vacuum. Syria was the piece that connected Iran and Iraq to Lebanon and Palestine. The timing of this offensive in the last few days wasn't a coincidence. It happened right after there was a ceasefire in Lebanon. So as they destroyed Gaza, as they destroyed Lebanon, the Israelis then moved on to destroy Syria. And Turkey, which again is a co-conspirator in all this, Erdogan is admitting that he is behind the offensive. He said it on camera.
Tabii İdlib, Hama ve Humus hedef tabii Şam.
Erdogan is supporting Israel. He is NATO. He's Muslim Brotherhood.
He's paid off.
When you have Erdogan admitting this and then Netanyahu doing a victory
the goal was
on
to
Syrian
isolate
soil on the occupied Golan Heights.
So that way they
what am I
could
supposed
not
to say?
work together.
Yeah.
Right. So now they've got Syria isolated. They've got Lebanon isolated. They've got Gaza isolated. And, the allied forces that they had together cannot get together anymore. And, that was the goal.
I got to hand it to Iran. They're holding their water, man. Wow. Because they're coming. I think they're trying to push this until Trump takes over the presidency.
Well, yeah, that's why we're seeing such an emphasis. That's why Blinken's giving all this money out. I mean, they've only got another 40 days left that they can fucking maneuver and do this shit before Trump's there. But come on, let's face it. Trump wants the same outcome as these motherfuckers. He's paid by the same APEC ass lickers as the rest of them. So is it going to change under Trump? No.
I hope something changes under. I hope enough blood has been spilt to satisfy Trump's donors. I really do.
I hope so too. Because honestly, I don't think that Trump wants to see a blood spilled. I mean, when he does,
he wants to be.
He says he doesn't. That's more than the Dems say.
He wants to be. He wants to really make his place in history. He wants to stop both these.
Oh, he wants to be on Mount Rushmore. Yeah,
I think so. Now you're bringing CNN, the most distrusted name in news, but most
this is Clarissa Ward. Remember her? She's the one that laid on the ground and acted like she was
my God!
dying.
Yeah.
Well, now she's rescuing Syrian prisoners.
Sure,
and this was the biggest propaganda bullshit piece I have seen come out of CNN in fucking years.
Yeah, they should be held to task on this. This should be investigated big time and hold them responsible.
I can't tell though. It might just be a blanket, but it's the only cell that's long.
Might just be a blanket. Oh wait, there's a prisoner under there, and we're gonna rescue them. Thank God for them.
While he shoots the lock off the cell door.
Oh, he shot the lock off. So dramatic.
We go in to get a closer look. It's still not clear if there is something under the blanket. Oh, it moved.
Something? You mean someone, dummy?
Is someone there? Or is it just a blanket? I don't know.
Whatever.
Hello?
Where's Geraldo? Jesus.
He's hanging out in Fox and Friends.
Okay. Are you kidding me, man?
You cannot tell me this wasn't staged. The prisoners were already released by the Syrian people, so what was this guy doing hanging out?
From the city of Homs and has been in the cell for 3 months.
Did they show somebody shooting the lock off the door?
No, you were told that somebody shot the lock off the door.
No, it's not how that works.
Oh, somebody give him water.
Mike. Okay, it's water. It's water. Okay, you're okay.
Look at, I'm rescuing people. I'm such a hero.
She should lose her job over this one.
Yeah, the propaganda went on. That wasn't the only video that CNN dropped, and they showed him outside, and she's holding on to him. So when you leave your TV on CNN all day, and it finally jumps to his death.
Yeah, commit seppuku. Yeah, that's what happened. We can't say unlived anymore in the proper tense. Massey.
Self-unalived.
Massey. I kind of like some of what's coming out of his head.
I've always liked what Massey has to say, but he's a politician.
Let's talk about the timing of this. Remember, Tulsi Gabbard was in Congress, and she and I collaborated on a lot of these efforts to stop our meddling, the U.S. meddling in Syria, and now she's been named as the head of DNI. Well, I think that was the signal to the deep state to go in for the kill and get this over with, because Trump and some of his nominees, like Tulsi Gabbard, are signaling that we are not going to carry on the policies of Obama and the deep state.
So that's why I've been
Clayton.
We've been talking about that on our show.
Redacted.
That it seemed the timing of all of this just seems incredibly fishy.
We have a redacted clip.
Assessment that this was really an effort here before Trump gets into office to go in and basically put in place this sort of deep state CIA plan in Syria. It's clear as day to you, it seems.
It's clear as day to me. And, whether it was led by the United States or whether we just encouraged it, definitely the timing is not a mistake. When you find a turtle on a fence post, it didn't get there by accident. So, for instance, some of the stronger powers, like Israel,
McConnell,
their military forces to bomb
find a turtle on a fence
dozens
post.
of jets and helicopters in Syria. Basically, what these terrorists couldn't do, other people in the Middle East hurry up and did here in this last week to make sure that Assad didn't have the typical resources that a government would have to respond to these threats.
There you are, Thomas Massey, saying they're scared because if Tulsi comes in, shit could change. And, for as much as we rank on Tulsi, much like RFK Jr., they are okay on a few issues, right?
Well, let me ask you something. Who's better than who's better than Tulsi and RFK? Who do you want in there? I mean, we have our issues with these people, but we kind of know where they're coming from. And they've been, and even that guy they want to put in charge of the FBI, if it upsets them so bad, I want him in there. I
kind of want Patel in there. I think he'll shake it up for sure. And the fact that Tom Cotton is freaking out over Tulsi getting named this, that makes me go, yay.
Yeah,
okay.
Anytime any of those.
Screw Tom Cotton. That guy is terrible.
Yeah, Arkansas, you should be ashamed. What this is? What is Pelosi getting?
A lot to be ashamed of.
Is Pelosi getting cheered on?
Oh God, this is Katie Couric and Nancy Pelosi at the 9-2 NY, and they get booed for so long they just literally have to sit there and take it, and then wait for it. Nancy Pelosi drops her head and bows for October 7th.
Jesus.
Issues.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So you.
Don't worry about that. I'm from San Francisco. I'm used to this.
That's sad.
Yeah, I fuck my own people over so much they scream at me.
We have an opportunity for the audience to ask questions, so we'll wait till the end of our conversation to do that.
See, they'll get what they want because all the press will say is that we got interrupted.
All right, so
go to hell.
You never know what to expect at the 92nd Street Y.
She's looking at her security right now. She's looking at security.
Get him out of here. Beat him down.
I'll wait a second to continue.
You're going to be waiting a long time, Katie.
Let us bow our heads for the hostages.
Oh, my
and be
God.
careful about the hostages, which they never mention. So,
Oh, which they never mentioned. Because Israel's never been serious about getting hostages released. Not once have they even really fucking seriously committed to getting hostages released. So,
No.
But it's our fault for never bringing them up, right?
Yeah. No, shit. Whatever. And then breaking news, breaking Nancy Pelosi.
Oh yeah, she got injured during a trip abroad. They won't tell us what happened.
No, she broke her hip. She fractured her hip. She
got drunk and fell down.
Yeah, she's having hip replacement surgery in Germany at an Air Force hospital. So yeah, she's getting a new hip on your dime. And meanwhile, her husband's taken over the insider trading.
Yeah, I was thinking, is Paul out there partying, knowing that Nancy's out of frickin' the country for a while, getting a surgery? He's
Paul's partying at a hammer factory.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus
so
Christ.
net worth of 50th richest members of Congress, $4.8 billion. Oh my God. And how do you get that much when you only have an annual salary of $174,000?
Yeah, the math doesn't quite work out on that, does it?
Yeah. No, that's that new math.
Poor Mitchie had a fall too, I guess, huh?
Mitchie fell down and went boom too.
Fall down,
let's see. Mitch
Mitchie.
McConnell injured his during a fall, including a black eye, along with bruising his hands and fingers. Oh, poor turtle.
Oh my gosh, I see.
But I actually brought you footage. I brought you footage of him falling down, Oz. Check this out.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Shit. Poor Mitch. Poor Mitch. I gotta have an encore on that. Oh shit. Poor Mitch. Shanda, that was mean. That was mean, Shanda.
Turtle.
You're so
Turtle.
mean.
He says, "Hold on, I have a vote. God damn it." Yeah.
Shit.
Some of these guys, they like to vote from the grave. I mean, I think Dianne Feinstein's still voting.
I like that. I like that graphic up there.
This one, yeah, it fits perfect,
great.
doesn't it?
That's great. What's Biden frees Rita Crundwell? Who's that?
Biden decided to give clemency to, I don't know, like 150 some freaking inmates. And check out this one.
Okay. And then I've got one that you're going to really like.
Your sister who wrote in a letter to the judge that she was going to stay with you if she was released. Do me a favor and kiss my head.
New at 4, President Biden's decision to grant clemency to nearly 1,500 people is the largest act of clemency by any president. It's being met with anger and frustration, though, in Dixon, Illinois.
That's because Rita Crundwell's name is on the list. She pled guilty to stealing $54 million from taxpayers in the largest municipal heist in U.S. history.
Yeah, let her go home.
Do you have anything you want to say to the people of Dixon?
Rita Crundwell
She's
was
done
a
her hard
humble
time.
public servant by day, but lived large in almost every other part of her life. A 20-year fraud on her hometown of Dixon, Illinois, that totaled $54 million.
Don't you think you owe the people of Dixon an apology, Rita?
Now, another gut punch for the people of Dixon. Crundwell's name is on a list of 1,500 people granted clemency, meaning punishment is over.
We're just shocked, outraged.
2 tiers of justice.
As a
in this
community,
country.
we feel betrayed by the justice system, by the president.
There is no
Langlois
justice
was Dixon's
system.
police chief when Crundwell's crime was exposed.
She pled guilty to a very serious crime, got near the maximum, and served 8 years. What message does that send to the victims, to our community?
Hell yeah, I could do 8 years for
and to
54
people
million.
across the country who think about doing something like this.
Crundwell was a world-class horseman with a stable and possessions worthy of a queen. She left the impression she served as Dixon's comptroller to give back. The charade
crumbled in 2012. Then in 2020, at the height of the pandemic, WGN Investigates obtained this handwritten letter to the judge begging to be released. With my deteriorating health condition and the danger of the COVID-19 pandemic, I feel like I have been given a death sentence, she wrote. The judge denied release, but the following year, the Bureau of Prisons put her on home confinement, even though she had only served less than half of her sentence. Rita's brother didn't have much interest in talking to me back then.
Sorry to bother you. I'm from WGN. Why do I have bad luck? Well, that's not very nice.
What are you doing here? What are you bothering me for? Take your camera off my face.
Is Rita staying with you? Or?
Rita who? Who would you like?
Your sister, who wrote in a letter to the judge that she was going to stay with you if she was released.
Do me a favor and kiss my head.
Is it your sense that she was...
So there you are. Biden's out there just releasing all of his friends, and still
here's
54 million ain't nothing.
See, and if I'm wrong, I expect the chat to show it to me, but I believe one of the people he granted clemency to, remember that judge that was sentencing those kids to prison?
He was selling kids? Yes,
yeah.
I do. Fuck that guy. That guy needs to burn in hell. Like, kids died in his custody.
Biden pardoned him.
Oh, my God. I didn't know Biden pardoned him. I saw the videos, but I should have made the connection.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm positive he pardoned that judge. And I think it's that guy. I hope somebody can verify that for me, because that's
I think you're right, because I saw clips of mothers screaming him down on some steps. I'm assuming courthouse steps somewhere. So I think you're right. I think that he did let that guy out, and that is despicable.
Once again, the worst administration in history, including the worst Congress in history. So
yeah, we got a double whammy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Double
prove
whammy.
me wrong. I'm all for it. And you brought Don Lemon? Really?
Oh, Don Lemon is very upset that Donald Trump made Times Man of the Year.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Now, if they wanted to make someone Person of the Year, they would have made someone who, and my God, I'm sure he loves this, right? If they wanted to make someone Person of the Year, I don't know, they could have done it with any person. People who they could have done it to someone who actually stood for democracy, who stands for democracy in the country.
How about Hillary
Now
Clinton?
you think about what encompasses Person of the Year. Just because you are elected president of the United States does not mean that you should be Person of the Year. What Time Magazine, what are you doing? Let me ask you, Time Magazine.
Oh, my God.
What do you say to the women who, I guess, still read Time Magazine?
Who still reads Time Magazine?
Nobody.
Don't they do
Except for somebody at the dentist office that's freaking waiting for their
know.
doctor to call them back.
What about the women who are on that list? What about that? I'm sure some of them will have.
Oh, yeah. Oprah would have made a good candidate
dealt with
mastermind. I
issues
agree.
that women have to deal with, like discrimination in the workplace, SA, all kinds of things.
Oh, God.
You have someone on the cover of your magazine who is.
Does this guy know that Ann Coulter was a Person of the Year for Time?
Was Ann Coulter a Person of the Year
I'm
for
pretty
Time?
sure. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, my God. No. That's terrible.
I'm pretty sure. And
She's
once
terrible.
again, chat, you can vet me, and I will humbly mea culpa.
Not the
but
freeze.
Don Lemon he doesn't have blood running through his veins. He's got narcissist juice running through his veins.
Yeah,
so
yeah, right.
he's
And
a
apparently
piece of
he
shit.
has a groping problem. He likes to grope men in public.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking that we should get him and Fredo together.
They've been together.
So I used to have a little respect for Leslie Stahl a long time ago, but Leslie Stahl, the same woman who literally told President Trump that Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian disinformation.
Oh, that's right.
And there's no proof of any corruption within the Biden family, is very upset that nobody trusts the media anymore. And I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Leslie.
That's why the pardon went back to 2014. Okay.
If you watch the opinion of us, how many
I love her
people
glasses.
trust the press
Yeah.
anymore?
She wears them like I
We're
do.
down there with the lawyers. Yeah. This is really
Much
rough,
lower.
as you know. You're
She's so
way
full
down
of
there
shit.
with Congress. I despair. Seriously, I worry greatly. We're at a point where if the President of the United States is going to say legacy media is dead. Well, I guess Musk said that. Legacy media is dead.
And he wants it dead. He wants other media.
But it is kind of, sort of hobbling right now. And I don't
I wonder
know how
why.
it recovers. I'm very dark about it.
She's dark about it, Shanda.
Biden just pardoned Hunter for what was on the laptop that Leslie Stahl said was fake. And Leslie doesn't know how the media recovers? Retire, Leslie.
Yeah.
With all due respect, you're the reason why.
Yeah, no.
Who are you, Jesse? Shut up.
So, yeah, Jesse, you need to be careful. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house there, buddy.
Exactly.
And I brought this for you, Shanda, because we're always talking about this. Now, I'm looking down this list, and you've got journalists on one side, conspiracy theorists on the other. Hunter's laptop, NMRA, pandemic, lockdown, ivermectin efficacy, HCQ efficacy, face mask useless. I still use a face mask. I don't know what for. Probably to keep the old lady down the street of the grocery store comfortable. Plus, I don't want my shit getting on people because I don't know what I've got. Censorship and social media, that's huge. Epstein Island, elite pedophilia, biolabs in Ukraine, child trafficking, Russiagate, Steele dossier, that's a sweet one, and Ukraine corruption. Now, would you say that all those green check marks are correct, or most of them?
I would say absolutely. And you and Roar Media and I and Amos Amber King called every single one of these out in real time over the last 5 freaking years. And before that, if you were following our social medias, we didn't get a one of these freaking wrong. And I'm proud of us for it. And that just means we do our research. We're those crazy reader types, you know?
Yeah, we are those crazy reader types. We've got, I'm going to save this. So,
okay. Yeah, it's kind of long.
Yeah, we've got, I brought this.
Oh, is that Kirby? Not Kirby.
Yeah, I had to bring the Curbster. Pasta's still mad at me for refacing him on there. White House spokesman, former Pentagon flak John Kirby exudes anxiety as he engages, you brought this earlier, I think, in what seems to be a cover-up of a U.S. special weapons testing exercise. His sleazy dishonesty and transparent contempt for the public recalls the way U.S. officials knowingly deceived America. And that's how I like, that's why one of the reasons
sleazy. That's a good adjective for him.
And that's what I appreciate about Max. But here we go.
Do you know and you can't say? Can you tell me that?
No, I'm telling you, Martha, I'm telling you, we don't know. We can't corroborate every single sighting. Some of them we have, not all of them, and we're working hard to do that. We know people are afraid of it. We know people have concerns. We have those same concerns.
Yeah, because they're flying over your house, and it sounds like there are motorcycles landing on your roof. Let me ask you this. One, person who watched this online said they think it's a Pterodynamics Transwing Drone XP4, which is being developed by the U.S. Navy as a recon and logistics drone capable of picking up and dropping off packages between land and moving ships in high seas and winds. They're suggesting it's an American company. We asked the company. They said we can't speculate on the origin of the drones that are flying over New Jersey. So is that an avenue that has been inspected? Is this a private company that is practicing something? And wouldn't they have to clear something with somebody to have this kind of activity?
It could very well be, as I said, these could be commercially developed drones.
Like I said earlier in the show, bullshit. That guy is lying as he always does. He is a habitual liar. We wonder why we don't trust the media anymore. You brought a fee says.
Media or our government. This is a fee says, but it's actually a Vanessa Beeley says. So Vanessa Beeley did make it out of Syria. She is safe. She did an interview with Rachel Blevins today, I noticed and watched a little bit of.
I saw that,
so she says, according to reports from inside Syria, Christmas is canceled by the Western terrorist proxies, also supported by Israel and Turkey. No Father Christmas icons or displays are allowed. No bell ringing. No Christmas gatherings, including lunch, Christmas Christian services. The volume must be turned down in the what does that say? Multi-denominational churches. This is just the beginning of the end of a beautiful, inclusive, secular Syria, where Christmas Muslims all sects enjoyed a shared history. This is heartbreaking. Yeah. I told you guys on Monday that the Christians were going to be the first ones that were targeted in Syria, and here you are. Christmas has been shut down.
Yeah, and again, I can't in all good conscience celebrate anything this Christmas. And it's because of everything that's happening around. It's ruined again. And how many years in a row has this been ruined for us, you know? And it's such a whiny little thing. Oh, my Christmas is ruined, when people are losing their families to these monsters.
And starving and getting blown up. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why Christmas is ruined for me, is because of all these people dying on our corrupt criminal leadership in this country and the UK and France. I saw France got Macron got the stink eye from the Miliani, the premier of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that today. I posted that. You brought a Sabby Says.
Sabi says 530,000 medical bankruptcies in the United States, and the elites expect us to pretend like it isn't happening. Jill Stein says annual medical bankruptcy is 350,000. Annual bankruptcy in Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Ireland, Iceland, Spain, Japan, Netherlands. Yeah, it's non-existent. Those are all countries that have health care. We are the only nation to not have freaking health care for our people, but we're the richest nation in the history of the world, right?
A lot of people are opting to off themselves rather than put their family into medical debt, which is the saddest thing in the world.
I understand that. I totally understand that. I really do.
Now, who is this? Is it David Dole? No.
It kind of looks like David Dole. No, this is somebody talking about the silent depression that we're living under. You know, when you start comparing numbers from the Great Depression to what we're living through right now, Oz, we are living much worse than they were living during the Great Depression, and nobody's talking about it because it's the silent depression.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till fourth quarter 24. That's going to be nuts.
Are in a silent depression. When you compare the Great Depression to today, this is going to absolutely blow your mind. In 1930, during the Great Depression, the average home in America was $3,900. The average car was $600, and the average monthly rent was $18 or $216 a year, and the average salary was $1,300 for the year. Fast forward to today, it is $436,000 for the average home, $48,000 for the average car, and the average rent is $2,000 a month or $24,000 a year, and we have a $56,000 income for the average American right now. So if you look back to the Great Depression,
who's getting that much?
The house was only 3 times the average salary. Now it is 8 times the average salary. The car was 46% of the salary. The car today is 85% of the salary. Wow. And here's the craziest part. The rent was 16% of the average salary. It is now 42% of the average salary.
The math doesn't seem to work out on the average salary of today, does it, Chanda?
The average salary? Who's getting $56,000? I mean, minimum wage is much lower. I promise you, the Walmart workers aren't getting that. And I've raised a lot of money on the GoFundMe, and I thank you guys so much. But Oz, I got to tell you, like, I would say probably 80% of that has gone to my landlord.
And that's not a lot
for just
of money,
the lot
Chanda.
payment that my house sits on.
Yeah, that's just barely getting you by. And,
oh God, yeah, no, and it's and it's really slowed down over Christmas time because everybody's hurting, and I understand that.
Money.
Like, nobody
yeah.
has any money. Yeah. So check out how Walmart's treating its employees this Christmas. They got their bonuses already. Check out what they got.
A turkey?
Oh no. So you're telling me we work for you, aka Walmart, okay? And this is all we getting for Christmas?
What is it?
This is it?
She'll show you.
$1 billion company, and this is all we getting? Okay, it's just a white box, right? It says, "Thank you for all that you do. Happy holidays from the market team." from the market team. Are you guys listening? We talking about the big folks. The big folks that actually run this shit, okay? All right. Now, this is about to upset some people. I don't know about y'all, but it did to me. Ornament.
Holy shit!
It don't even match my tree, so technically it's not even going anywhere. A candy cane.
Oh, how nice.
And 3 pieces of chocolate. This is all we getting? Nah. Walmart gotta do better. Cause baby, what is this? You ain't need to give me candy. I got candy at home. I mean, I'm grateful. I'm very, very, very thankful for the thought. But come on now. We talking about $1 billion company. Come on now, at least put a gift card. At least put a $5 bill.
Yeah, we at least got like a $20 gift card.
Gotta do better, cause this ain't making half of our coworkers happy. Okay, you know how many coworkers came out to me already? It's like, damn, this is all we getting. Yes, baby, this is all we getting. You'd be surprised. I can't believe this.
When I worked for Target years ago, they gave us like a $20 gift card so you could buy ham or turkey.
Yeah, the same thing. We got a either gift card or we got a turkey. Something.
Not anymore. You're getting a made in China plastic ornament that costs freaking 50 cents.
Yeah, that's you do more damage by giving that away than giving nothing. Truly, it's terrible. Did you bring this?
So this, right? I came across this tent review, and it's from Seattle. So anonymous. It's from a year ago. It says, "I'm homeless and I have been in this tent for around 2 months on the streets of Seattle. Sometimes I have to stay at the park overnight in the city. The people that don't want others camping in the park sometimes throw their dog balls onto my tent, and seconds later, the dog comes jumping at full speed right into my tent. What I like best about this tent is that it sets upright and the dog just bounces off."
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the world we fucking live in.
This is
That's
terrible.
a real review.
This is terrible. What's this? Garbage Pail Kids? Is that Gavin Newsom?
Gruesome Newsom. Yeah, Gruesome Newsom's doing a great job. San Francisco residents gathered downtown for annual lighting of the giant crack pipe.
Right on. I'm so glad they've got that in there. I brought this, and this is my person of the year. This is it's kind of a gruesome thing, but this Hindi Rajib, remember what happened to her? Got shot 150 times in the car.
She was the one that all of her family got killed, and when she called the aid workers got killed, and she got killed. Freaking heartbreaking.
So I'm recognizing her. Rest in peace, and I won't rest until justice is done for you and for so many of those people. Imagine, if you will, living in a world where you can steal everyone's money and still be a 36 trillion in debt. And you can only imagine where I got that. But yeah, they don't care about the debt. That was Dick Cheney's big thing. Debt doesn't matter. Well, I think it does. The very moment I checked out of the left-right paradigm, they blocked my posts from the feed. The last thing they want is us to unite. If you won't speak division, you won't be heard on their platforms. And we're seeing that now. And again, Chanda and I, and everybody says this, well, we're the most ratioed. No, we are. Sorry, guys.
We are. I promise you. I promise you. We are.
And if we're not, we're in the running, because I've seen some shows and some productions that kind of make me blush, and they're getting so many people. We do not follow one of the rules, basically, that YouTube sets forward, which is compromises our First Amendment. We try and color between the lines as best we can, but we can't. So by not monetizing and by not, not saying bad words, we get shoved in the alley, in the garbage can, underneath the other garbage can.
I try.
So that's us.
I try not to say the bad words, but I can't help it.
And that's another reason that we have to go to Rumble and build a following there. So after the first of the year, we'll probably have a QR code on Beauty and the Boomer, and it'll send you over to Rumble. Please, if you can. We'll still be on Rockfin, and we'll try and find other platforms. But YouTube's got it out for us. They've had it out for us ever since we started. So
Absolutely.
That's just the way it goes.
They put my channel on preemptive freaking restriction. Like, well, you say a lot of stuff we don't agree with. We're not going to point out anything that you actually said, but guess what? We're taking a bunch of your privileges away from you.
Yeah, Glenn Greenwald did a great breakdown, I think it was today, of who actually is Rumble and, about as far as
Peter Thiel, Whitney Webb's been warning us about him forever.
As far as what kind of creators are over there, it's all kinds. It's not just right-wing MAGA people. It's all kinds.
No, it's not. It's not. Everybody's on Rumble.
It's more open and I believe fair than YouTube will ever be again. So,
they don't censor us as bad. They may shadow ban us and bury us in the algorithm, but at least they don't hit us with censorship. So.
Did I bring this or did you?
I did. So scheming AI chatbot tried to stop itself from being shut down and lied when challenged by researchers. So basically it started rewriting its own code so it couldn't be shut down. So Skynet.
Well, Google.
Skynet's here.
Google just released, what is that Google thing they got now? Their AI. You wouldn't believe what that is capable of.
Gemini, right? I refuse to sign up for Gemini, and every day it tries to get me to sign up for Gemini.
And I got to tell you something, guys. If you were lackadaisical, is the word, about covering up your camera before, cover it up now, because that Gemini. And if you put anything in that camera, that Gemini, they know exactly where you are, what you're doing, and what your habits are, and everything else. AI. So it's Skynet in a big way.
Oh yeah, track trace is here. It's just a matter of crashing the freaking economy, so that way they can move us all to CBDCs, and it'll be complete. I mean, they got us with our phones.
Yeah,
they got us with our computers. Yeah, exactly. They know all the money we're spending. Between PayPal, Venmo, all of these online apps that we use to pay for stuff, they know everything about us. I mean,
so don't put anything on your computer that you don't want somebody looking through, because they're going to. The AI is going to, and it can do it in a matter of seconds. Your whole hard drive.
Yeah.
So don't even worry about it. Just don't do anything illegal on your computer,
if you don't have anything to hide.
Yeah, I know, but there's just there's no way of blocking that, and the VPN thing that's sketchy too. So it's Friday the 13th, which was yesterday. This simply means that most people will blame witchcraft for their regular stupidity. Do you agree with that, Chanda?
I'm not superstitious, really, so no, I don't.
Now here's one of my favorite pictures of the week right here, and that would be. Oh,
you found my Santa picture.
That would be Toby. No, Shanda's Santa picture, and I had to put a little beating heart up there for you, Chanda.
You know what that was? Now this is from I want to say 5 years ago. We did a no nukes type of it's about divesting basically out of the war machine, and how you do that is by divesting with your 401k. Because so many of our 401ks are sitting in Vanguard and BlackRock and Boeing and Lockheed Martin and the war machine, basically. So look at my hair, Oz. I had hair.
Oh, your hair is beautiful. It'll grow back. Don't worry. It'll grow back.
I hope it'll grow back.
It will. It will. It'll be.
I want my eyebrows to grow back. Having to draw these things in every day is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I get it. I
miss you most of all, eyebrows.
Macy's to close 65 stores. Which locations will be affected? Well, go ahead.
I went to Macy's this week, and can I tell you, it was fucking insane, Oz. $400 for a coat. What working American can afford $400 for a freaking jacket? I mean, their prices were insane. I literally walked through that store just to get to the mall. Listen, I can't afford anything in this place.
And this is just a mid-tier expense with Macy's. The poor people can still shop there, but this isn't all. Major restaurant chains are shutting down. I used to bring it every week, but it just got so laborious because everything's shutting down across the country.
Everything's shutting down. You're going to have to order in your groceries in some municipalities because there's no place to shop. I mean, they're closing grocery. They put a Winco in the old Sears at our mall. So I grew up with one little town mall, you know, and the last time I was in there, it was dead as can be. You could literally hear a pin drop in that place. It was like 3 old people doing their walking in there, and that was it.
I'm glad there's a
I went
Winco
back
now.
this week. It's actually grown. I'm glad to see more shops back in our mall. But yeah, they turned the old Sears that's connected to our mall into a Winco, and I'm like, damn it, I need a Winco. Why? Come on, Winco.
Well,
move up here.
that's the thing. They usually, you know, Meyer and Frank and some of these Macy's and Dillard's were anchor stores for malls.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they're gone. So the smartest thing that they can do if they're going to try and revitalize a mall is put a major grocery store in there.
And that's what they did.
Yeah, and that's what they have. That's the only thing that's going to. Movie theaters are all but dead, guys. They're going.
Well, everything
bye-bye.
fucking sucks. Can I tell you? I've been to the movies like 3 times in the last, 6 months, and every fucking movie I went to, I thought sucked. Wicked kind of has grown on me, but I heard Gladiator 2 was one of the worst movies ever. Between AI writing and Hollywood having no original freaking thoughts, it's not worth it to go to the movies.
No, and that's unfortunate. But I pointed out today, just remember, everybody, every time one of these brick and mortar stores shut down, whether it's a restaurant or a drugstore or, you know, Macy's or anything, you've got a minimum, I think, of 40 employees going out. That's a minimum for a small store. So that's 40 more employees. And again, this administration has been the worst in history as far as I'm concerned, next to George W. Bush. And the most
And they
criminal...
did nothing to help small businesses.
No, the most criminal administrations, in my opinion, were Bill Clinton's with NAFTA and Barack Obama with habeas corpus and the Patriot Act.
The infant droning, too.
Those two, Clinton and Obama, to me, were the most criminal. And Bush Sr. wasn't a sweetheart either, you know.
No.
So, but as far as worst, Junior and Biden have been the worst. And say what you want about Trump, I don't give a shit. But I'm just telling you who's the worst. You know, as bad as Trump may be on some issues, Jesus, this guy, Biden, has been horrible. So you've got Joker here. Speaking of Joker, Joker 2 was ridiculous. So you brought that.
Me leaving PetSmart after teaching all the parents to say, fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one. Fred, teach your parrot. Last year, 7 largest private health insurers. This blew my mind. Made $71 billion in profits. 7 largest private health insurers, $71 billion, and I'm sure they gave their employees jack shit in a little box, an ornament probably. And
we've heard from a lot of the employees that work for United Healthcare, and the fucking horror stories are a nightmare. I mean, just a nightmare of how they treated their workers.
Absolutely. Garbage for your body and garbage for your mind. I agree 100%. The good news is that MSNBC and CNN, they're all going to be spun off, and hopefully they'll be gone within a couple of years.
Spin.
Yeah.
You know, I was telling you in the green room, I picked up my granddaughter this morning. She was telling me that in school they have to watch CNN 10, which is like a CNN for kids that they make the kids watch in public school. I'm like, don't you believe anything that
No, I would request that my child go to the library or go somewhere else. I wouldn't want to subject them to social conditioning.
No shit.
So you brought the Julian Assange?
Oh yeah, we can keep trying to put pressure on Biden. You know, he's gonna pardon all of his fucking asshat rich friends, but you know, we're still working on it.
Exactly what he's doing. And we made it to Me Mally. Me Mally.
I think we might have time to do one of your skating.
Let's get through Me Mally. It's 8:30. So
okay.
Yeah, Me Mally. And this one is that's terrible.
Ozempic got me off the couch and back to doing one of the things I love. Everybody's on Ozempic now.
And you brought this?
Almost 90% of drivers think that LED headlights are too bright and pose a risk to others. What do you guys think? Driving at night, do you like those LED headlights when they come at you? I freaking hate them.
No, I hate it. I want the old amber dim ones. They were fine.
Yeah.
They worked for me. They worked for me for years.
They freaking blind me. Like, God, they're terrible.
I can attest to this one. When you live in a multi-dog home and somebody pulls in the driveway, no shit. You should hear Miss. First of all, it's Missy. She gets
That's why I brought this.
She gets that werewolf on the back of her shoulders. It like sticks up, and then Dharma's over there. What? Oh, woof, woof, woof. You know. So I got the whole damn house.
Yeah,
is
Missy
shaking.
goes off, man. Missy's high strung for sure.
Yeah, she really does. And then Dharma doesn't want to be outdone. And if you ever wonder what really happened to Santa Claus, this is what happened to Santa Claus. He got encased in carbonite, and if you thought that was fake with Star Wars, well, it sure worked on Santa. This one,
Poor Santa.
Shanda.
Dear Santa, all I want is a fat bank account and a skinny body. Please don't mix them up again like last year.
Yeah, I would say that would be me too. Let's see, what do we got here? Stoner Corner. I did Stoner Corner this week. I like the bud bonsai plant there, and when you're the guardian of ganja, or sorry, I'm busy. That's my cat out in the back studio. That's Samantha. And then Tony the Tiger, Wake and Bake is great. And then then we've got When the Care Bears Discovered Self-Care. And is that Homer Simpson and Marge there? I think that's who that is.
Did I show you that I have a weed Care Bear just like that? One of Cold Fusion's viewers knitted me one. It's so beautiful, and it's got a big old joint hanging out of its mouth. Super cute. So I actually have a Stoner Care Bear.
Nice. And Remember When, we've got a few of these in here. Remember When. And these are really close. We lost, finally, remember the Mod Squad, Shanda? Did you ever watch that? Was that before your time?
Yeah, it was a little before my time.
Yeah, that was Pete and Lincoln and Julie and I can't remember Kevin Teague's or Teague Andrews' name, but Pete passed away this week, and he died on December 4th. He's 84 years old, but that was culture back then.
That's a good run.
That was, yeah, and, you know, they were really culturally correct back in the day. I would call them very liberal, back when liberal was actually liberal.
Oh, no, not woke.
And not bullshit like it is now. In 6 years... the 80s will have been 50 years ago. Does that scare you as much as it scares me?
It does scare me. Like, what? No, it was just the 80s. Yeah, it kind of blows my mind, man. Getting old is a trip.
Yeah, it really, really does. Now, Saturday morning cartoons, a big bowl of cereal was any kid's highlight of the week. And I say, yes, that was, because Saturday morning was where it's at. And legend said that the blue part could erase the ink. Take it from me, folks. No, it couldn't. Never did.
It just tore a hole in your paper. Yeah. That's all it did.
Yeah,
it didn't get rid of the ink.
It never erased the ink. I speak from experience, okay? I tried it, and I kept trying it, so it worked, whatever it was. And you know what those are right there in the middle?
Those are clackers, right?
Clackers, yeah. They're
clackers.
Two resin
they
balls.
They were called knockers. They were called all kinds of things.
Yeah, and I was really good at smacking those things. And
well, let me tell you, they hurt like a mother foe when you smack yourself in the head with them.
Well, what's even worse is I quit doing it. And you know why I quit doing it? I had one blow up. And it shot right past and cut my face as it went into the wall.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah, you'll poke your eye out, so don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let me see. What else do I have here? Oh, you put this in here, I think.
Oh, come on. We all had these. Don't call yourself a gamer if you've never played this back in the day.
Yeah, gamer. Yeah, gamer. I miss gamer. Where'd gamer go? Never.
I don't know. Gamer dropped off like 6 months ago, and nobody's heard anything that I've asked people over and over where gamer is. Gamer, we miss you, and we wish you all the luck.
Yeah. Kids complaining about Spotify. They don't know the real struggle. And I put kind of a meme like this last week, but yeah, that was a pain in the ass. That happened a lot, especially when.
Oh God, I know your favorite tape, and you hear it go.
No. And I put this in for you, Chanda, because you can relate to this, I'm sure. When our clothes were awesome, and they were awesome, and I used to wear jeans, and they were called San Francisco riding gear. And they were awesome. They were awesome jeans.
I had two really young aunts, and they would always give me like hand-me-downs, and I had outfits just like this, during that were from the 70s, in the 80s, that my aunts had given me.
Yeah, no, back in the day, we dressed like that, and that's exactly 1976. Not to brag, but I was alive when you could slam the phone down to hang up on someone. It was spectacular, and it was, and I did.
It was.
And I am this old because I had two of those paratroopers.
Oh, those parachute guys, right?
Yeah, and they worked once in a while. When I was a kid, this is how we made a playlist, and that's exactly how we made the playlist on a little 45 record player. It is time for possibly the last Shitlib Book Club recommendation that I'll be doing from time to time. Well, we kind of had a vote, and Linda and I and Chanda decided it's time to retire this. But for the last one, Shitlib Book Club recommendations, Chicken Fucker with Lindsey Graham, and it took 96 trips to deal with all your bullshit, and that's Hakeem Jeffries, who is a gift that keeps
Let's get
on
dipped,
giving.
breaded, and baked.
Dipped, breaded, that's Graham right there. That guy, that war pig should be set up on the front lines to defend whatever. We got Hollywood. We're just going to call it out because
I didn't put anything in Hollywood. I've been struggling to write shows, guys. I know these haven't been the best.
We just want to always shout out. And now that we're going to keep this going on tradition. We might make a Western media one to replace the Shitlib Book Club. What does that sound like? Wait for Western media?
Yeah, no, we're going to revamp the entire deck. So yeah, new year, new deck. We're going to have new graphics. And
we're gonna try that. Now we've got a little time. Do you want to poll the audience and see the chat and see if they want to see an encore or two?
They want to see some skating. Are you kidding? We're here for the skating.
Okay, well, I got two of them. Which one should I play? You or should I play the other one?
Which one's shorter?
You are.
Yeah, you could do me.
Okay, this is special to my heart because it's Chanda. I refaced one of the first really fast motion refaces I did of Chanda, and it came out pretty good for, what was this, 3 years ago? Wow.
Yeah, it was 3 years ago.
Wow, 3 years ago. And I like the song a lot. And anyway, I did this with Chanda skating. This is a reface. And credit to the skater.
I get to go skating.
You get to skate. Here we go.
Look at me, I'm skating. Oh yeah, so Carol King too. I need that shirt. It matches my headscarf.
Yeah, it's cool.
So talented.
take pretty good.
They did, yeah. I think these were from the skate offs, right? We used to do skate offs.
Yeah.
I'm a Gemini. That was so good.
Yeah,
Good
it came out nicely. I enjoyed doing those. But you know, with the AI laws that they're changing and bringing in, I probably won't be able to reface on things like that in the future. I'll have to generate them and do
well,
that.
especially on YouTube. YouTube, I noticed is smacking us around, especially if it's a politician that's been refaced on something.
I won't touch a politician. There's no way. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
They smack us for it. You guys are all talking about your birthdays in the chat. That's funny.
Yeah.
We got a lot of Leos in here, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a Gemini, John. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah, we got a lot of Leos.
Yeah, I'll keep my Virgo Leo cusper status. That makes
you're Virgo Leo. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Me. I'm psychopathic. Anyway, do we have a plan going into the new year?
What do you mean?
Well, what can we tell the chat that we can look forward to?
Well, we're going to revamp our deck, and guess what? The dive is coming back as soon as I feel better and am well enough to start writing dives. Miss Amber King's going to be joining us, and I'm excited for the revitalization of the dive. That's a really fun show that we did. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to that too, and I'm going to leave a lot of these Christmas backgrounds in the snow, the coffee shops and stuff, but I will change it up a little bit because it really hasn't gotten its due this year because we've been off so much.
I know we're going to be off again this coming week because I have chemo Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then getting ready for Christmas. It's too much to try to do a show next Saturday for me anyway.
Yeah, no, and I'm going to be doing a show with the Natural Progressive or the Natural Chris this week. Yeah, we're going to be doing it. I can't remember. It's on Torstein's channel. I don't know. I can't remember. It's Wednesday at 5 o'clock. I'll put it on Twitter. But she asked me to join her for that show, and I gladly, humbly accepted because Chris is our buddy.
Chris has done so much for us. You guys may recall when we first started and our original Beauty and the Boomer channel only had a couple, maybe 100 followers. Christine let us use her channel for, 2 years, 3 years?
Well, quite a while.
Yeah.
A
long time.
Was very nice. But I guess
happy birthday, Chris.
It's that time that we need to wish you guys a Merry Christmas because we won't be back next week for all the above reasons. And hopefully we'll be back the 28th and we'll kind of do a review of Christmas and a Happy New Year thing.
In between.
But tonight, going out, we have a very special outro tonight that I really worked on hard, like I always do. So, and I apologize if you're not a fan of Kiss, but this is Daria and Holocene.
You guys love Daria.
They do a great job of these two Kiss covers. Anyway, we love all you guys. We hope you have a safe and wonderful Christmas. And we appreciate all the support and sharing Shanda's GoFundMe around. So thank you so much. Shanda, you have the last word and we'll get out of here.
The last word. I just want to say happy birthday to Chris this week. Happy birthday. And Snorky says, I sent you an email. Thank you so much, Snorky. And shout out to Wild Rose, who gave us some donations last week over on the Rumble. We are monetized on the Rumble, which is nice. So I hope everybody has a very, very, very, very Merry Christmas. And I'm sorry that you're not getting the big spectacular Christmas shows out of us, but I am recovering. I am going to rebound, and next year is going to be so much better than this year. So I'm looking forward to it. So happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
And I hope you guys enjoy this outro. We'll see you when we see you.
We will.